Hi, I'm Kansas City Mayor Quint Lucas. I wanted to say thank you for everyone who's participating today, particularly our musicians. And more than anything, thanks for stepping up for this important cause. You're helping Kansas City each day, and I appreciate you.
We got this. A poem for Kansas City. How quickly the world has changed. To some it may seem like the end of days, but no condition is permanent, and trouble don't last always. It is easy to become discouraged, to lose faith when times get tough, but it's only when you've been tested that you learn that you are enough. This city that we love was built on blood and dust and grit. Survival is in our DNA. Kansas Cityans don't know how to quit. And let's pause to give a shout out to the workers on the front lines as they risk their very lives so that the rest of us can shine. We got this, Kansas City. We just have to remain strong. And until this storm is over, stay healthy, stay safe, stay home.
Rolling.
Thank you.
If we all come together, we can share a little light.
When the world around us is so cold and strange,
It only takes a little work to make a little change. We all come together. When we all come together. When we all come together. When we all come together. If we put a little effort in, we can all pull through. I'm just another dreamer who believes it's time.
if we try just a little bit,
It will be alright. When we all come together. 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 We will rise up and the darkness fades away. We will rise up, be stronger every day. We just know a little love inside our hearts. Reach out, reach out. When we all come together. When we all come together. When we all come together. We will rise up as the darkness fades away. We will rise up, stronger every day. We just find a little love inside our hearts. Reach out, reach out. Yeah. I choose love even when I feel debilitated. I might be down, but I refuse to submit to hatred. We might disagree, but the human bond we share is sacred. Let's sail off into the distance of imagination. Send in virtual hugs to battle and patience. It'll be over when I don't know, but here's a show of love that brothers and kin. I know it sucks to feel trapped in here of hope again. It puts the lotion on the skin against the hose again. But push your thoughts aside and feel your heart opening. Embrace love and let it rope you in. Look, I got your back like a chiropractor lumbar roll. But right now it feels so far gone. We press on when we come together. Yeah.
we all come together.
Hi, my name is David George. I've traveled the world playing music, but Kansas City is where I call home. Since that day on March 24th, when the stay-at-home orders came down, we knew our lives as musicians would be forever changed. That was also the day that I came up with an idea that if we can all come together, we can get through this. Over the last 4 weeks, nearly 100 people came together to make this song and video to help out the Kansas City music community through these extremely difficult times. Being a musician was not the job that most of our parents wanted us to have, but it's who we are. A lot of us rely on the money we make from our records, gigs, teaching, teching, promoting, marketing, etc. The Midwest Music Foundation is an amazing organization that is here to help the Kansas City music community through difficult times. I know because they helped me and I want to give back. Since COVID-19 became the crisis it is, Midwest Music Foundation has given over $37,000 to nearly 200 musicians and industry people. If you are a musician or in the industry in need of help, please go to midwestmusicfoundation.org/COVID relief form. Once again, that's midwestmusicfoundation.org/COVID relief form. If you'd like to donate to help out the Kansas City music community, please go to midwestmusicfoundation.org/donation drive. Once again, that's midwestmusicfoundation.org/donation drive. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. And most of all, thank you for supporting Kansas City.
What's up, Kansas City? Welcome back to night 2 of KC Bands Together. Kick off the night wearing our masks for you. We sold a lot of those yesterday. A lot of you were really excited about our KC Bands Together masks and our KC Bands Together t-shirts. And you can grab those on kcbandstogether.com. And all the proceeds help out our friends at MMF, which is why we're here. Like David George said at the end of that video, helps Kansas City area musicians get emergency medical funds, emergency funds to help them live, as through COVID, all of their gigs have dried up. No money coming in. So that's why we're here tonight. And we're going to hang out with you again. Last night was a little over 3 hours or something.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody's home, right?
Yeah, everyone's safe and quarantine. And I know Truda is hanging out with us right now. He watched it from his basement last night. Do you have a good time,
Of course.
Truda?
Oh my gosh, it was so good. Dare I say, guys, it was a little emotional. I've got to say that I kind of got dusty down here a little bit in the basement a time or two because it was so beautiful. I think it reminded, and I think, John, you said this last night, but I think it reminded all of us just how much even more now we miss live performance and being around the music. It was so great.
Yeah.
Well, we kicked off the evening the same way we did last night with the video from the mayor, because when the mayor texts you, that's kind of cool. And it was happy to include that at the start of this again. And then we wanted to show the video that David George created with over 100 different Kansas City musicians as well to convey the message of why we're here.
Yeah.
And really, we're here for MMF tonight, these 2 days to raise money for all these Kansas City musicians. And last night was phenomenal. We don't know all of the places where we were streamed, but we know through the 3 Facebook channels and through YouTube, 14,200 people have tuned in and watched part of the show, which is just crazy to think about. This is an idea that's 3 weeks old to help out by our friends in the music community. These sponsors all helped make that happen on this table in front of me and behind John in the other room. And we can't say enough good things about them, but tonight, we still need them. We still need to raise some money to help them out. So if you're able to do so, please consider that. There should be a link at the top of each Facebook stream. Otherwise, you can head over to kcbandstogether.com, and there's a donate now button at the very top of the page. But what else you guys thinking tonight?
Well, there's also a great opportunity too. These T-shirts, and I'm hoping the masks are still available for basically our virtual merch table. If you go to kcbandstogether.com/merch, you can pick up a couple of those T-shirts, pick up a mask, as well as knowing that all of those proceeds go to benefit the Midwest Music Foundation.
Right, and our friends over at Scene Merch are hustling on that fast. So if you order tonight, you will get it by, they're telling us, by the end of this month. So it's not like something you order from Amazon that might show up in 3 weeks or something, 4 or 5 weeks. This should get to you a little sooner than that. But another thing we want to talk about before we kick off the show, we had a hashtag contest. KC Bands, if you hashtag a photo of how you're watching this, kcbandstogether.com, throw that on the end of your post on Instagram. And we're picking 25 people who are going to win a $25 gift card to Old Shawnee Pizza. And then our friends over at The Pairing, which is a new wine and grocery store right in the crossroads, stepped up today. They're going to give $50 gift card and a T-shirt to their 2 favorite picks. So make sure you're showing us how you're watching. And these are the people that won. We picked these 18 posts, and we're going to make sure we contact you guys and get you guys to $25 gift card. So if you want to be proactive, you can send me your email, send me your postal address at my Facebook page, Chris Hagarian. We could speed that process up. But
I love that guy playing the Michelle Bacon drinking game. By the way, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of Tito's.
And if you didn't notice, we also have some folks, essential workers there. We had a nurse watching and tuning in a little bit last night. So hats off to all those folks who are out there and doing what they're doing for everybody.
But thanks to Old Shawnee Pizza and thanks to The Pairing for stepping up. Again, hashtag KC Bands Together, and throw that on your Instagram, and then it'll get out there. What else should we talk about to kick off?
Well, Mr. Truda, I think you're watching from home, right?
You got it. Yeah, for sure. We're in the basement. Chris and John, I would say this, we sort of talked about this yesterday, and we said that if you were to take this lineup in a quote unquote real festival, right? A real in-person festival, think to yourself what sort of ticket price you would pay for a lineup of this caliber, right? Like, it almost doesn't exist. You sort of picture it now because we put this together, but this is 21 acts over these 2 nights, a real who's who of Kansas City music. And I think if all of us can just sort of think in our head of what that might be like and cost us to go out and to see this in person. And if you could just give that tonight to Midwest Music Foundation, right? Just think of it as your ticket. We all get to enjoy this in the comfort and safety of our own homes right now. And that is a beautiful thing that we can do because we all need to be doing our part. But at the same time, think of what that ticket in real life would cost to go down to a venue, or what it would cost to get a Boulevard beer at the concession stand. And if you can, and we know that not everybody is able to, and we totally respect that and understand that this is a tough time for a lot of us, and this music and this night, these couple of nights are an escape. But if you can, to be able to help out these musicians and artists, Midwest Music Foundation doing a great thing. We are so pleased to be part of it, and can't wait for night number 2. So make sure to hit that donate button, get the merch, guys. Think about what this would cost, and let's have a wonderful night number 2.
So let's get to it. We're going to have 10 more community leaders introduce our acts tonight, and then 10 acts for you. The very first community leader is one of my favorite humans, Angus Finan, who is the director at Folk Alliance International, and their office is about 100 steps that way from where we are here at Propaganda 3. So let's throw it to Angus to introduce our first act of the night.
Woohoo! Let's go.
Angus Finan from Folk Alliance International, proudly based right here in Kansas City. We're thrilled to be supporting the Midwest Music Foundation and glad that you're joining us. I know that these are crazy times. I hope you're safe, and we look forward to seeing you soon at a music venue in the near future. I have the great pleasure of introducing the next act. They are no strangers to the local scene or the national scene. We've showcased them several times at Folk Alliance, and they even joined us in Sweden to share their sweet sounds of Kansas City. I know that you're going to love their Prohibition era styling, and the original compositions are going to leave your toes tapping. Please welcome Victor and Penny.
Hey everybody, Thanks for joining us on KC Bands Together. I'm Erin McGrain, and this is Jeff Freeling of Victor and Penny. And tonight we're raising money for Midwest Music Foundation, so let's hit it.
You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by the fire. While the breeze on high sings a lullaby, you'd be all that I could desire. Under stars, chilled by the winter, under an honest moon burning above. You'd be so nice, you'd be paradise to come home to and to love. You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by the fire. While the breeze on high sings a lullaby, you'd be all that I could desire. Under stars, chilled by the winter, under an August moon above. You'd be so nice, you'd be paradise to come home to and to love. Under stars, chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning above. You'd be so nice, paradise to come home to and to love. Home to and to love. Thank you. There's a moon over Berlin Street tonight. I see faces as they pass beneath the pale of light. I'm not sure it's good to follow that call. The bright lights and the people and the moon and all. Every day to be strong. I know what I do must be wrong. Oh, you'll never see my shade or hear the sound of my feet. Oh, there's a moon over Bourbon Street. Many years ago, I became what I am, trapped in this life, like show my face at noon. You only see me walking by the light of the moon. The brim of my hat hides the eye of the beast, the face of a sinner, and the hands of a priest. Oh, you'll never see my shade or hear the sound of my feet. But there's a moon over Bourbon Street. She walks every day through the streets of New Orleans. She's innocent young, from a family of means. Oh, I've stood many times beneath the window at night to struggle with my instincts beneath the pale moonlight. It should be this way when I pray to God above. This love that I destroy and destroy anything I love. Oh, you'll never see my shade or hear the sound of my feet. Well, there's a moon over Bourbon Street. There's a moon over Bourbon Street.
All right, we're going to do a brand new one for you. So Jeff and I have been spending our time here sheltering at home, being very busy writing some new material.
Yeah, this is something we've been experimenting with, which is some soundscapey stuff and we call a little band in the box here, some backing tracks since we miss our band so much. And
Hey there, Loose Change Orchestra. We miss you. We love you.
this one's called Fade Away. I feel so faint today. I feel so faint today. Fade away. Fade
fade away. Don't try to hold me to the light. See your fingers through me. Don't try to hold me to the light. You see your fingers through me. Oh, I feel so faint today. I feel so faint today. Fade away. Fade away. I feel so faint today. I feel so faint today. Fade away. Fade away. Hold still, keep me out of sight. You never know you knew me. Hold still, keep me out of sight. You never know you knew me. Oh, fade away. Fade away. Fade away. Fade away. Fade away. Hold my breath, a perfectly preserved rowboat, submerged deep in the heart of a endless cave. Hold my breath, a perfectly preserved rowboat, submerged deep in the heart of a endless cave. One good stir, I'm away. Fade away. I feel so faint today. 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 I feel so faint today.
Well, that was sufficiently spooky.
Well, thanks, friends, for joining us here tonight at KC Bands Together, the online concert in support of Midwest Music Foundation. We want to say thanks to all of our fantastic sponsors. And if you're at home having a Tito's or a Boulevard beer, please take a picture of yourself watching the concert. The hashtag is KC Bands Together, and post that on Instagram and on all the social media platforms of your choice. We'd love to get lots of eyes on this live stream tonight and raise lots of money for our good friends over there at the Midwest Music Foundation. Please take a look at all of our wonderful sponsors. A lot of people have come together to make this happen tonight, mostly you. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm Erin McGrain. This is Jeff Freeling. We are Victor and Penny. It's you can find us online at victorandpenny.com, and our hashtag, our handle is @VictorandPenny. Thanks again so much, everybody. We'll leave you with this one. It's called Penny's Pounce. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Hey, Kansas City, it's Tori Fugate with Casey Pet Project. I am here with my foster dog, Finn, who came in with a bit of a broken leg that we're helping him recover from. At the shelter, we've been really busy during all of this, fostering pets, adopting them out into new homes, and we're just so thankful to our community's support for all that they've done to help us save lives during this. I'm really excited to be here tonight to introduce Katy, Guillen and The Drive. And I love this band because they're incredible female musicians and they have this wonderful, soulful sound that when you hear their music, it sounds like the music that we all grew up knowing and loving, but it's so unique and individually their own. And huge thanks to Midwest Music Foundation for making this whole night possible. And again, here's Katy, Guillen and The Drive. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
Hey everyone, we're Katy, Guillen and The Drive. Thanks so much for supporting KC Bands Together. And we want to thank all of the sponsors and Midwest Music Foundation. We're going to play some songs for you guys off our brand new album. This one's called No Control.
So much change everything. Now I feel so certain, brand new machine. Think you know me well, but don't expect it. One day I'll get it back, but now I've got no control. Now I'm standing over what I've made to lose. Such a perfect storm that I created. Now my head is swirling, I can't find a point where I had lost it, lost where I was. One day I'll get it back, but now I've got no want you to stay. Oh, towards it. Healing me. I can see you come home. Home is me. Bring me in, bring me close. You are home. Don't forget how you say I want to. Take the long way home with you. Anxious waiting to find me here. Oh, and I want you to stay. Whoa, towards it. I want you to stay. Whoa, towards it. Healing me.
Thanks to Boulevard, they're one of the sponsors for the event and for the tasty beer all the time.
No one loves you, baby, the way you wish they were. They see it from a distance, the way you wish you could. Wish you could. You're right on top of it. Oh, some blemishes. You see everything. The things you need to fix. The work is never done. It's never done. So give me eyes so I can see without bias, without me. Give me eyes so I can see without me. All of the time spent care intended to make it big and strong. The day is never through. Debts are never paid. There's so much left to do. Left to do. So give me eyes so I can see without bias, without me. Give me eyes so I can see. You say I should step away. Oh, look at it from far away. Oh, I tried so hard to find. Why is it so hard?
Cool. We have one more song left for you guys, and once again, we want to thank 90.9 The Bridge, You Found Music, Boulevard, Propaganda 3, KCPT. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. The Midwest Music Foundation, of course, and all of you guys for supporting the Kansas City music community. We appreciate it. And this next one is Back to Normal.
Well, it's fragile, I know. I went and broke open the door, pulled out old pieces, tried to make them shine. There is no right time, no right state of mind when you should let out everything there is inside. I don't know what came over me, I can't tell you what it means, just a moment of weakness. Moving at the speed of light takes everything inside, and I wonder, can I keep this? Wish we would travel anywhere but home, but I can't wait to get back. Oh, I finally got used to this place. We'll be okay until we get back to normal. It's abnormal, I know, all this living on the road. We've got so many places left to go. Well, I try to stay awake, pay attention to the stakes. I let this rambling mind take hold. Moving at the speed of light takes everything inside. Feels like I'm living out of body sometimes. Wish we would drive anywhere but home, but I can't wait to get back. Oh, I finally got used to this place. We'll be okay until we get back to normal. But I can't wait to get back. Oh, I finally got used to this. We'll be okay until we get back. Have to live without what you know. There's no going back to normal. Have to live with what you know. There's no going back to normal. Oh. Wish we were driving anywhere but home, but I can't wait to get back. Oh, I finally got used to this pose. We'll be okay and soon get back to normal.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought about it too hard. Sorry. It's okay.
It was on my 14th birthday, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was just like, well, this ain't getting any better. I better start playing an instrument, seriously. And I had played an alto saxophone since, I was in 4th grade. My parents were super musical. They took me to operas all the time, and they sung in the church choir. And so I was constantly around all this music, and I started figuring out earlier on in my life that I was kind of made for this. I remember distinctly one night before the Alfred Hitchcock show came on Nick at Night was the original airing of Nirvana Unplugged. And I remember watching that, and just something in the back of my head just sparked up. And I was just like, I want to do that. I love the community we have here. It's incredible. I've got a lot of these big, more mainstream influences, but there's also just this insanely dense collection of local musicians that I absolutely love, and sometimes that's even a bigger inspiration. That's part of the reason why I love this town so much. After years of helping MMF, I actually wound up on the receiving end of Abby's fund as well. It was really interesting to see how that worked on the other side, actually receiving their help instead. I'm so happy that we have something like that in Kansas City, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. This actually just kind of started as something that I did for fun, and then I started to realize that I was extremely passionate about it. I can't picture a life without playing live music. I can't survive without it. And I want to make the platinum record. I want to go play the Cavern Club. I want to sell out Giant Stadium. But if I don't get any of that, I'm still going to have a great time. I'm Steve Gardells, and this is my song.
Good evening, Big City, and thank you for tuning in to KC Bands Together in support of our good friends at the Midwest Music Foundation. I'm Patrick Spray with Center Cut Records, and over the years, we've watched people at the MMF work tirelessly to support our Kansas City artists in their times of need. Center Cut's mission is to represent Kansas City artists on a national level, and we're very proud to present our talented artist, Fritz Hutchison, tonight. Fritz plays almost all the instruments on his new album, Wild Wild Acres, and hopefully he'll play a couple of those songs for you. Please stay safe, Kansas City. Please support the foundation, and thanks so much for tuning in.
Hey everybody, it's me, the guy Patrick was talking about, Fritz. It says it right there. All right, I'm going to play some songs for you. Thank you so much for watching.
Watch my gut reaction and pause. I never really said goodbye. Ushered by the fortunate flaws, they wouldn't ever tell a lie. Thought that I could give you a call, look you up and tell you that I'm coming home for the weekend. And my knees on the wheel driving, I'm so glad that we're speaking. Hands in the air for the way I feel. That could be something, sure is something. If it can't be wrong, why ain't you having that discussion? Fear is one thing, gives you nothing, and it don't take long before it eats up all your loving. so it's much more quiet to drive. Listening to old John Prine and hearing my breathing. Thinking about old times I so firmly believed in. And the way things fall in line. Don't mind embracing my misinformation, hard pressed for respiration and blaming impatience for what nothing maybe you ever think. Playing, I forget what I'm saying and I just can't look away. Could be something, sure is something. If it can't be wrong, why ain't you having that discussion? Fear is one thing, gives you nothing, and it don't take long before it eats up all your loving. All right, more songs. I stay up all night every day, kissing the shelters. Just let me die all in your name. Just let me call. Don't put me on, don't turn me inward so insensitive. I could be anything you want me to be for free. See, I'm all for it, all for your love, but I can't think of one thing to say. On my own and I remain stationary. She hung around him, the fog and the mountain, dreamed of her shadows gracing me, holding me down. I got 10,000 arms to cling to. You got shade for all my eyes, so I suppropos cleansing these hands stinging old. Factory loans, I remain stationary. All right, thank you everybody so much for watching, and thank you to all the sponsors, including The Bridge, who plays that song. I'm very grateful for that. You can get a sweet t-shirt to help donate to the Midwest Music Foundation. You can follow the link down at the bottom of the screen to donate to the Midwest Music Foundation. I'm going to stop talking and play more songs so that you enjoy this. That's my name. Thanks, everybody. What am I going to do? The sad song. Here we go. I was alright, I was alright, I was just fine. It was at night, in the half light. Standing in front of you for so long, covered in powder blue and embalmed in a worried mind. took a bite. You took a bite of a sour line. A twitch in your eye and thicker than high. We were out to dry. What was I gonna do walking home? Speckles come bleeding through. I was prone to let it trickle by. And that's how I know, deeper than bone, that we're still alone. Sharing a cold, naked and stone, in the killing home. It was at night in the half light. And it wasn't right, but we'll treat it like it was just fine. Yeah. Habitually puzzled, I care to be another one loving you, to be seen, to be defined. Yeah, that's how I know, deeper than bone, that we're still alone. Sharing a goal, naked and stone, in the killing home. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Hope you make it over to my movie night. Tried and failed to do the right thing. Sing a song or two, silent human sunrise, black and white exquisite lighting, radiating countryside. Tender blocks and by no side, footsteps in the garden, boat rushes to mine. Used to run and laugh like children, don't look now. He ruins himself for that woman, hiding in the reeds while in strip the barn, giving in with his wife would end. What have I done? Should I crumble, tempted, cut and run? Or stick to my guns, shoot a hole in the hole, drown this one, straight down to the bottom of the lake tonight. Don't want you, but I do. I don't want you, but I do. I don't want you, but I do. I do for you. Radiating country sand, cinder block and battle side, footsteps in the garden, oh, rushes to buy. All right, that's a brand new song. I think I have a couple minutes. I'm going to do one more brand new one. Thanks again to all the sponsors, and thank you so much for watching. Please support the MMF. Every night I walk down the street, oh, these streets that I've been down before. Lonesome as so long I've cared to be, I don't feel lonesome anymore. Find that track stop completely cold. I catch your eye without a smile. Bite the feeding hand and hold it tender like a teething dog. The minute I met you, I lost track of time. By the second impression, you first on my mind. Love me when I said I won't say it again. Locking you tight in the trust of a friend. Long time. The minute I met you, I lost track of time. By the second impression, you're first on my mind. I mean, when I said I won't say it again. Locking it tight in the trust of a friend. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, hi, Chris.
What's up, man? How are you?
A little out of breath.
That's an impressive. That's an impressive room you're in. Is that your home studio?
This is where Allison Hawkins and I live, and this is where we create.
You've got enough cable there to wire a festival hanging on the wall.
Most of it is broken.
Oh,
but yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, Fritz. And you put out a record in the middle of all this chaos.
I did.
Wide Wild Acres came out back in late March, and your album release show was supposed to happen at the Brick, and like so many things, it was canceled. So
yes,
hopefully one day we'll get to properly celebrate that record. But it's a great record. You should check it out. He played the single "Stationary," which has been played several times on the bridge.
Yeah, very grateful for that.
Yeah, and also, I guess, should we be embarrassed that we're all wearing the same thing?
No. Bros roll tight, dude.
If anybody wants a little...
We're those guys at the show, for sure.
Yeah.
If anyone wants some behind-the-scenes story, when I was dropping off beer to the musicians, when I dropped it off at Fritz's house, he told me the wrong address. And I think I terrified his neighbor across the street. So apologies to her.
Easy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
But well, thanks for hanging out with us, Fritz. We really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you out at a live show when we get back to seeing live shows.
Right. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. See you later, man.
Bye.
And as you saw, he's got the shirt on. Me and John got the shirts on. We got our masks. And you can get those at kcbandstogether.com. There's a merch link on there. You can also donate there. And we're taking donations for our musician friends. And like we said, last night was massive. Like 14,000 people hung out with us, which is a sold-out Sprint Center. But tonight we really want to focus on driving some more funds in to help out our musician friends. And if you buy a shirt or a mask, that helps us out. Or if you just feel like throwing some money in the hat. And like Truda said at the start of the show, to think about this 10-act ensemble of acts, what it would take to get them all to play at one venue for you, and consider making perhaps a portion of that, what that ticket might cost, as a donation tonight to help us out. And we've been helped out by so many of our friends here. Got some stuff over here from American Shaman and Boulevard, Iworks, Old Shawnee Pizza, Tito's, and occasionally at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a ticker of some of our other sponsors, our friends over at ULA. A couple of attorneys, Don Saxton and Sean Pickman, have helped us out. But so many people coming together to do a good thing and support people like Fritz and all of our great Kansas City musicians. Should we segue to the next act?
Yeah, man. Let's. We got some good stuff coming here.
Up next, we're going to have a special video put together by our friends in Hembree. Hembree's in 3 places. They're in LA. 3 of them are there. One's in Kansas City and one's in Lawrence. And our special friend, our good friend, Billy Brimblecombe Jr. from Steps of Faith is going to introduce them. And if you can see the if you see a coincidence of similarity between these 2 things, the introduction and the act, maybe if you post about that, let us know. Hashtag it KC Bands Together. But there was an odd coincidence that happened. Right, John?
Yeah, you got to look for it. I think it kind of goes into a conspiracy theory that goes back into the late 60s. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Well, check it out. Here's Billy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings from Kansas City. My name is Billy Brimblecombe Jr. I run a nonprofit called Steps of Faith Foundation. We do a big rock and roll party every fall called Thundergong. It's a lot of fun. But speaking of music, we are here to talk about Midwest Music Foundation, an amazing organization that helps our Kansas City local musicians with financial needs. And boy, do they have financial needs right now. They have been unable to make any money at all due to the mess we're in. So you are supporting tonight an incredible organization, the MMF, and we are about to talk about an amazing band. I've known these dudes since they were children. I'm not even that old. They're not that old. Age is just a number, but rock and roll makes us all young, right? So let's feel good. Let's have a good time. Thank you for supporting MMF. Ladies and gentlemen, Hembree.
How's it going, everybody? We are Hembree. So good to be here playing some music for you guys tonight. It's my dog, Beck. I've been thinking when time ends that I'll look back on all I wanted and I'll embrace all that I wasn't. I've been hoping that you and I might end in a place where we feel wanted, never worried, never hunted. We could seal our past and restart now. You and I know we could never slow down. I would follow you through the century, and if we start again, we could start to see. We won't remember which car we drove, won't remember the city or the roads. Forget the money's not real. Only remember how it feels to lie awake in the heart of the night. The one you love's right by your side, and it feels so real that you feel you died. I would give all of my heart. If I could turn back time, I'd know that I had you. Please don't go. You don't have to. Now I spend time thinking how I've been, turning back to all I wanted. I was certain of my promise. Now it's get out, don't need it right now. I'm so sorry I can't turn it around. I really wish that I could see who we were back then, so I could see what really matters when we reach the end. We won't remember which car we drove, won't remember the city or the roads. The money's not real. Only remember how it feels to lie awake in the heart of the night. The one you love's right by your side. It feels so real that you feel you died. I would give all of my heart if I could turn back time. I won't remember which car we drove. Won't remember the city or the roads. The money's not real. Only remember how it feels to lie awake in the heart of the night. The one you love's right by your side. It feels so real that you feel you died. I would give all of my heart. I could turn back time, I'd know. I had you. Please don't go. Don't have to. Now I know. I had you. Please don't go. Don't have to. I had you. I had you. I had you. I had you. I had you.
Thank you guys so much. This next song is called Continents.
I used to feel invited. I used to see the violence in your eyes. These days I feel the silence, the callous and the cold. Hold me like a child once in a while. I don't feel my innocence. Nobody needs to know. On my own, all I own. On my own, you feel love. Nobody knows. On my own, still swimming through the cycles, resenting every mile. And I know once in a while everything is idle. I don't feel my innocence. Once in a while, hold me like a child. I don't feel my innocence. I've been on my own, all I own. On my own, been feeling love. Nobody knows. On my own, I came to clear my conscience. I need to see the continents. Oh, please just make it obvious. I need to see the continents. On my own, all I own. On my own, been feeling love. Nobody knows. On my own, I came to clear my conscience. I need to see the continents.
Come here, buddy. Come here. Good boy. Thank you all for watching tonight. Once again, we're Hembree. So good to be playing with so many of our Kansas City friends. And I just want to say thank you to Chris Aguirre for putting this whole thing together, as well as everyone over at 909 The Bridge, Tito's, and Boulevard. Where would any of us musicians be without those companies? And most importantly tonight, Midwest Music Foundation. If you have the means to make a donation, they would really appreciate it, and we would really appreciate it. They do a lot for musicians in the Midwest, and we're super thankful for them. We got one more song for you. It's called Culture.
The key to this culture, never slow down. Keep running with the vultures. They want to pull you back down so you can't get out. No, you can't get out. Is it really worth it? Running with the crowd, pretend everything's perfect. It'll all work out. Now you can't slow down. Now you can't slow. Are you holding on? Are you holding on too long? I've been holding on, and I don't want to pretend. I don't want to pretend. They don't want you to think. They don't want to talk. They don't want to dream. They don't want you to see that the king, the coach, is never really free. They don't want you to think. They don't want to talk. They don't want to change. They don't want you to see that the king, the coach, is never really free. Is it really worth it? Running your mouth. Doesn't matter what you say. You let the words fall out. Now you can't slow down. Now you can't slow. Are you holding on? Are you holding on too long? I've been holding on. I don't want to pretend. I don't want to pretend that they don't want you to think. They don't want to talk. They don't want to change. They don't want you to see that the king, the coach, is never really free. No, they don't want you to think. They don't want to talk. They don't want to change. They don't want you to see that the king, the coach, is never really free. The coach is never really free. The king, the coach is never really free. The king, the coach is never really free. Never really free, never really free. I said the king, the coach is never really free. The king, the coach is never really free. The king, the coach is never really free. Never really free, never really free. No, they don't want you to think. They don't want to talk. They don't want to change. They don't want you to see that the king, the coach, is never really free. Oh, they don't want you to think. They don't want to talk. They don't want to change. They don't want you to see that the king, the coach, is never really free.
Hey, Kansas City, Adam Roberts here from Screenland Armor Theater, here to introduce your next act tonight in KC Bands Together fundraiser for Midwest Music Foundation. Now, that's an organization that's been near and dear to my heart for a number of years. They help local musicians with things like educational assistance and healthcare. In times like these, people without insurance or that are underinsured need our help as much as possible. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. And if you haven't already, please share this event with your friends and family. There's a terrific lineup all night long of great musicians that have come out to support this great cause. Now, here at Screenland, we've been closed the last couple of months, and we're going to be continue to be closed as going forward. We don't have a reopen date quite yet. But we've launched screenlandonline.com. It's a place where you can rent films from us. You can also join our Patreon where we host blogs, watch parties, podcasts, all sorts of fun things. And that's the best place to stay up to date with what we're doing here. So screenlandonline.com, check it out. Now you're probably asking yourself, Adam, you said you were going to introduce the next act. Is it you? Are you going to play a piano that's in front of you right now? Are you going to play a little Blossom and entertain us tonight? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing that. No, I'm going to be introducing an act that's near and dear to my heart. They first took my breath away about 8 years ago after a friend told me about this band of brothers in St. Joe that play loud, fast rock and roll. I said, excuse me, there's a band in St. Joe, 3 brothers that play loud, fast rock and roll. And he said, no, I forgot the best part. They're all teenagers. And at the time I was like, all right, so there's 3 teenage brothers in St. Joe playing loud, fast rock and roll. And I must check them out. And he said, uh-huh. So a few months later, they came to Kansas City. I bought a ticket and I went and saw them for, I think, like $8 or something. And they played loud, fast rock and roll. And they blew my mind. And I was like, how talented are these kids? And now they're talented, fully grown adults. And they're playing even, better music today. And they've toured the world since. They've opened for likes of Jack White, among many others. And I'm sure tonight's going to be just like one of those classic shows. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, gather around whatever device you're at, turn it up to 11 and get ready to experience Radkey.
Yo, we're Radkey and we're stoked to be part of KC Bands Together, and this song's called St. Elwood. Dig it.
It feels like classic now. No new wedding line, best friends everywhere. I'm just a creeper in the corner, things not feeling right. Your friend said no, keep trying to feel, it feels alright. Yeah.
Rock and roll. I'd like to thank the sponsors, The Bridge and KKFI Community Radio and Tito's Vodka for just, rocking out, hooking us up with an audience to watch us rock out because, things have been weird and we like to play music in front of people. So thanks for doing this. Thanks to everyone for rocking it out. And this next song is a new song of the most recent release called Bend. Dig it.
Messages I want to send. Say please erase this. Riches I'm a friend. Sits back with you. Hey there, kiss the season. You don't need anyone. Light it out, there's nothing to believe in. Can't have faith at all. I'm a little I pretend I'm sad. When I'm jam my life is sad. Straight goodbye is scary moving the background. Goodbye, take it. Say that kid is the season. You don't need anyone. Light it up, there's something to believe in. Can't have things at all. You wanna get wrong. It's the season. You don't need anyone. Light it up, there's nothing to believe in. Can't help it at all. Light it up, yeah, it's the season. You don't need anyone. Light it up, there's nothing to believe in. Can't help it at all. Light it up, they don't need it. You can't stop thinking of us. You wanna get lost. When every day is the weekend, you can't have fun anymore. Lighting lights, it's not it's so free. You can't stop feeling it up. No, no, baby, it is deceiving. You just can't make it up. You wanna have fun.
All right. We've got 2 more songs left for y'all. This next song is off of our first album, Delicious Rock Noise. It's called Evil Doer. Dig it.
Painted faces on the walls of my mind. I'm gonna pay for all my sins. I can't make them close their eyes. Just start to read at my insides. That's all I know, I'll show them burn. Oh, and in that moment, oh, and in that moment, no, I need a moment. Are you proud? Are you free? These are the words they say to me. Should I know or should I know? Oh, and in that moment, oh, and in that moment, no, I need a moment, da 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 da, give me a moment. These words keep weighing on my mind. Been spending all my time trying to push words away. Oh, and in that moment, oh, and in that moment, no, I need a moment. Da 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 da. Give me a moment. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da da.
Sweet. Yeah, it's all for our first album, Delicious Rock Noise. Once again, we're going to go ahead and thank Midwest Music Foundation for all that they do for the local music scene. You know, it's just really cool stuff. And I just want to say that you're always going to have a friend in Radkey. Always going to have a friend in Radkey. This song's called Dark Like Makeup. Radkey classic. Dig it.
Kids these days, they want it all. They just trip and fall. It's always still. It's always still. I'm tired of the knocking. My tired head starts acting up. Whoa. Will the world stop waking these kids up with their capes and their dark black makeup everywhere? I just can't shake it. I'm gonna take them away. Will the world stop waking these kids up with their capes and their dark black makeup everywhere? I just can't shake it. I'm gonna take them away. Kids these days, they want it all. They just trip and fall. It's always still, always still. I'm tired of their knocking. I'm empty and I've had enough. Whoa. Will the world stop waking these kids up with their capes and their dark black makeup everywhere? I just can't shake it. I'm gonna take them away. Will the world stop waking these kids up with their capes and their dark black makeup everywhere? I just can't shake it. I'm gonna take them away. Yeah. When the world start waking these kids up on their capes and their dark black makeup everywhere, I just can't shake it. I'm gonna take them away. They want it all, but they just can't take it. I never know, but they'll always fake it. They're everywhere, and now I wanna live so wasted. I'm gonna take them away. When the world stop waking these kids up with their capes and their dark black makeup everywhere, I just can't shake it. I'm gonna take them away. They want it all, but they just can't take it. They never know, but they'll always fake it. They're everywhere, and every one of them's wasted. I'm gonna take them away.
some dark black makeup. Everywhere, I just can't shake it. I'm gonna take them away. New world start waking these kids up with their capes and their dark black makeup. Everywhere, I just can't shake it. I'm gonna take them away.
Yes, rock and roll. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Boulevard Brewing Company. Thanks to The Bridge. Thanks to KKFI Community Radio. Thanks to Midwest Music Foundation. We love to rock. Thanks to the rock gods. Thanks to, Jack Black. Yeah, dig it. We love to rock. Bye.
Tough times never last, but tough people do. With an all-hands-on-deck approach, American Shaman is now working around the clock producing high-quality sanitizers that are safe for you, but tough on germs. The world has changed, but American Shaman is still committed in making high-quality and essential products available to you. From our team, for the home teams, we will make it through together.
That was a message from our friends over at American Shaman. And these guys have an amazing facility not far from where we are. And recently they pivoted and are making massive amounts of hand sanitizer. And they've given it out to hospitals, police stations, fire departments. And then they're also providing it to places all across the country now. And it's all made just down the street right here in Kansas City. And they stepped up in a huge way and sponsored this. They're such a good people. Their lawyer, Sean Pickett, even gave us a sponsorship. Like, they're amazing people over there. You can buy this stuff if you go to their website, American Shaman, and you can find out how to get it all there. And CBD products, lots of that stuff there too, and really good people. And again, it's a Kansas City company that's doing amazing things. How are you going? How's it going over there, John?
It's good, man. We're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're having. I'm seeing a lot of the comments come through. Post those comments up. Post up your pictures of how you are watching, and make sure you hashtag that with KC Bands Together, so we can give away some cool stuff.
Again, our friends at Old Shawnee Pizza, they gave us a bunch of gift cards to give away if we like your photo, and bonus points if it includes any product shots of if you're sipping on Tito's or Boulevard and those. And then our friends over at the Pairing Wine and Grocer in the Crossroads also going to throw out a couple gift cards to their favorite photos. If you haven't noticed yet, there's some stickers on my laptop tonight that weren't there. I got a text last night from Steve Tulipana, who owns Record Bar. And he said, "What's it cost to get a logo on the back of your laptop?" And I'm nothing, but he made a donation. And his stickers are here tonight, Record Bar, of course, right here at 15-20 grand. And so excited for when that opens to go to a show again. I'm sure you are if you're watching this stream. But I hope you're enjoying the music tonight. We've plugged a lot of things. We talked about our shirts and our masks. You can get those at kcbandstogether.com. And so many people are watching right now, which that's amazing. Thank you. But we've got a lot of music left. So if you want your friends to watch it, please share the link in your streams and your Facebook feeds. And let's get some more people in this room and get some money and more money in the hat to help out our friends at Midwest Music Foundation. And again, huge thanks to our friends over at American Shaman. Who's up next, John?
Well, we got some great folks still to come, but coming up next, we have Beau and Aidan Bledsoe. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about these two.
Yeah, if you guys are familiar with Beau Bledsoe, he's in a project called Ensemble Iberica, which plays amazing world music. They play around here, they play all around the country. And recently in quarantine, his son and him have been learning one new song a week. His son is 10 years old. This is going to be absolutely adorable. His son playing the upright bass, Aidan Bledsoe, and then Beau Bledsoe. So happy to have them here hanging out with us for a couple songs.
Good evening, and welcome to KC Bands Together in support of the Midwest Music Foundation. I'm Sarge with You Found Music, and I just want to say it's an absolute honor to be here and to have received an invitation to make an introduction for one of the bands. And I have to give a shout out to Chris Argarian for all of the effort that he's put into this really bringing people together. And that's what this is all about. And the Kansas City music community has done that greatly. And one of the examples of that would be Eula, a men's clothing store in Westwood, Kansas, has been purchasing these masks. And all of the profit goes to the Midwest Music Foundation. And I believe their first charitable donation this week was nearly $500, and they're going to continue to do that as long as there's the demand for them, which I think is really great. What I'm here to do this evening is introduce to you Beau and Aidan Bledsoe. Beau Bledsoe has been an advocate in the Kansas City music scene for some time, and is also a board member of the Heartland Song Network. And Aidan Bledsoe is a member of the Harmony Project KC that's located here in the historic Northeast. And it was really cool to learn that the two of them throughout the quarantine have been learning a song together a day. And they've been popping around their community and doing live performances for their neighbors. And I just think that that's really cool and uplifting. And that's what this is all about, you know, coming together and supporting one another. And we're doing some great things. So keep it up, Kansas City. It's really amazing. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Beau and Aidan Bledsoe. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. Sarge, out of here.
We're going to play some Townes Van Zandt for you.
If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I'd swim the seas for to ease your pain. In the night forlorn, when the morning's gone, and the morning shines with the lights of light, we'll miss sunrise if you close your eyes, and that would break my heart in two. The lady's with me now, since I showed her how to lay her lily hand in mine. The band will agree, she's a sight to see, a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I'd swim the seas for to ease your pain. Living on the road, my friend, is gonna keep you free and clean. But now you wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hard as kerosene. Weren't your mama's only boy, but a favorite one it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye. It sank into your dreams.
Hunter was big
Riley say could have had him any day. You only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Now Lefty can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dusted poncho bit down south, it ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they let old Poncho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Well, ain't nobody know. And all the federales say could have had him any day. You only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose.
Coaching a Poncho found, Lefty's living cheap motel. Debtor's quiet, Cleveland's cold. That's the story as we're told. Poncho needs prayers true. Same I feel for Lefty too. You only do what you have to do. Now he's growing
And all the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. A few great federales say could have had him any day. They only let him go so long. Out of kindness, I suppose.
Hey, Kansas City, we are psyched to see you here in support of KC Bands Together in the Midwest Music Foundation. I'm Lauren Conaway, founder and CEO of Innovate Her KC and host of the Innovator podcast. Hope you're staying safe and well, and yet that you're kicked back with some quarantines to listen to some awesome tunes. It is my honor to introduce you to an incredible singer-songwriter. You may have seen Cuvee's cover of Nirvana's Heart-Shaped Box on YouTube. You may have seen her kicking around the streets of Lawrence, layering some gorgeous melodies and beatboxing, but you will definitely see her amazingness here. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Cuvee. Thanks so much for supporting Midwest Music Foundation, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey everyone, my name is Kawehi, and I'm so glad to be here. Well, here in your home, on your television, that is. I hope everyone out there is safe and healthy. I'm going to play some music for you, so I hope you dig it.
summer love down in New Orleans. Kept it warm in the winter, left it frozen in the spring. Now the seasons go by. I get high and I love to get low. So the hearts keep breaking and the hands just roll. You know that's how the story goes. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. 'Cause I'm the best baby that they never got to keep. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. They always gonna come, but they never wanna leave my exes. And they want me like they want me to make the X's and O's. To me, 'cause I'm the best baby that they never got to keep. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. They always gonna come, but they never wanna leave my exes. And they haunt me like they want me to make the X's and O's. When you came in, the air went out, and every shadow filled up with doubt. I don't know who you think you are, but before the night is through, I wanna do bad things with you. I'm the kind to sit up in his room, heart sick and eyes filled up with blue. I don't know what you think you've done, but before the night is through, I wanna do bad things with you. Dressed in light, I shoulda, coulda been your wife. Ain't need no portrait picture for all to look me in the eye. Thinking she shoulda, coulda been mine. red hot so soon. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, Make me no sinner, darling. Make me the girl when we first met. I wanna rock you in your step. Give me a look to ache for. Give me a reason to be high. No shoulda, coulda been mine. You left me cool in color, cool on fingertips. You paint me sweet like honey, red hot summer sun. Oh, coulda, woulda, shoulda, You made me Mona Lisa with eyes that talk like summer rain. I need your Mona Lisa. You say no, I say go. You left me cool in color, cool on fingertips. You paint me, oh you paint me sweet like honey, red hot so sweet. You left me cool in color, cool on fingertips. You paint me, oh you paint me sweet like honey, red hot so sweet. Oh, coulda, woulda, shoulda, stop. Ow, ow. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, stop. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, stop. There's no time to regret. Can't you still quit? Is this an old safe bet? In my head high, get my tears dry, get on down my guy. You went back to where you so far removed from all that we went through. And I dread the trouble dread. My arms are stamped, and I go back to blame. We always say goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I'm going to. We always say goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I'm going to. I know you want. It's not enough. You love more than I love. And life is like your pipe, and I'm a tiny penny rolling up the walls inside. We only say goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I'm going to. We only say goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I go back I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I go back to black.
iWorks currently offers over 100,000 square feet of flex space, whether it's office or maker space. In a co-working facility, you have the ability to go down the hall and talk to an attorney, to talk to somebody dealing with patent laws, to deal with a marketing department. So a co-working facility provides all these resources to entrepreneurs that we just haven't seen in the past.
It's an incredibly optimistic and upbeat environment. There's no hidden agendas because everybody's trying to make their own gig, be successful, and just being around positive people is collaborative by definition. Every co-working space is different, and they're kind of like diamonds, right? Each one is special in its own way. iWorks is special in that we are a multi-generational environment. We are raw North Kansas City. If you're looking for aesthetics, that's what we are. But if you want to come and grow a business and force to collaborate with other business owners and other resources that are multi and varied, iWorks is the place for you.
That was a message from our friends at iWorks. One of the coolest communal office spaces, shared office places in town that I know of. And good people over there. Bob Martin has given us money as a sponsorship tonight for Midwest Music Foundation. He's also supported events like Middle of the Map Festival. They have amazing community of office spaces in North Kansas City and up in Gladstone. If you're in the market to take the business out of your home, or you're looking for a new idea, and maybe instead of having your own building and you want to have a communal office space, check them out. I was there the other day, and the first thing you see when you walk in are masks. So they're trying to take care of the place during these interesting times too. So thank you to the folks over there for helping us out. How's it going in there, John?
It's going good, man. We're having a lot of fun. It's good to see a lot of the comments and people on the stream and just kind of enjoying and rocking out with us. And be sure to share your photos with a hashtag of KC Bands Together on Instagram or Twitter so we can collect those.
We should talk about that guitar over your back. Tito's has been a longtime supporter of MMF, and they have an annual event called Apocalypse Meow, and they've given them several guitars to auction off. And that guitar over John's shoulder is actually signed by Tito. You can't see that, obviously, but
I can grab it if you want. I bet.
No, that's okay. I don't want you to drop it. But
true.
Our friend Lazarus, who won that in a raffle from Apocalypse Meow, gave that to us as a prop today. And on the other side is a clock of Tito's. And I'm not sure what time it says, but I think it says it's time to give. And if you can help us out, help out MMF and throw some money in the hat, that'd be awesome. We're coming to the home stretch. This next one, this is special. Quixotic. If you ask me to list 10 cool reasons to live in Kansas City, one of them would be Quixotic, that we get to have amazing music, amazing performances by them in our community all the time. We're spoiled to have them here in Kansas City. Two of the musicians coming together for you tonight, Shane and Simon, making amazing sounds, and so happy to have them on this. They've toured the world. They have an ongoing show. They had a show that ran down in Florida. They got just recently picked up for a huge international tour. Amazing things coming out of Quixotic right here in Kansas City. And to introduce them, our good friend, John Stevens from Port KC. So let's sit back and enjoy some more music. And don't forget, keep sending us your photos of how you're watching. We still have gift cards to give away. Hashtag us on Instagram, KC Bands Together. Show us how you're watching at home. And let's enjoy some more music. Here's John Stevens.
Hi, KC. Thanks for tuning in to support the Midwest Music Foundation. I'm John Stevens, CEO of Port KC. We do many things in Kansas City, but you might know us best from the Berkeley Riverfront developments, Berkeley Park, and the Riverfront Heritage Trail. We take great pride in supporting our riverfront and the outdoor experiences in downtown Kansas City for all Kansas Cityans. We hope that you're out enjoying them and staying safe and healthy in this time of COVID-19. I'm now really excited to introduce Shane and Simon with Quixotic. Keep supporting the arts and those who bring them to you. Thank you for watching.
Hey y'all, we're Quixotic. This is Simon Huntley over here, and I'm Shane Borth, and we are here for a great cause today to raise money for the Midwest Music Foundation. I want to say a special thank you to Chris Hagirian, 90.9 The Bridge, Boulevard Beer, KCPT, the list goes on and on. There's so many great people involved and companies involved in this. And yeah, let's get started. Thanks for watching.
I'd like to introduce you to an unusual musical instrument. This is called a Quixotic. And it was a music very popular.
Hello, music people. Thank you for tuning in to KC Bands Together in support of our friends at the Midwest Music Foundation. Go to midwestmusicfoundation.org for more information. I'm Mark Manning, host of Wednesday Midday Medley on 90.1 FM KKFI Kansas City Community Radio. This month, our radio show is celebrating 16 years on the airwaves. I want to send a big thank you to Krystle Warren for putting together this incredible virtual music festival. Midwest Music Foundation deserves all of our support. Their continual work in creating a safety net for musicians and promoting the music community through many events that they sponsor has helped nurture and grow our beautiful music community here and around the world. I am honored to introduce our next artist. She is a graduate of Paseo Academy of Fine and Performing Arts. I had the opportunity to interview her on the radio back in 2002, and I've watched her musical career grow from her early collaborations in KC with Brad Cox and David Bassie, the forming of her band, The Faculty, with classmate and bassist Solomon Dorsey, her subway recordings in New York City, her signing with the international record label Because Music in Paris, her creation of her own record label, Parlor Door Music, her international tours with Rufus Wainwright, Jonas Policewoman, Nick Cave, and others, her 3 EPs, her 4 albums, her collaborative recordings with June Moon and Hercules and the Love Affair, her collaboration with Owen Cox Dance Group, and a full band bringing to life all 24 songs from her double album Love Songs. Hearing and seeing Krystal Warren perform her music is an emotional experience that stays with you. Her songs are timeless and special treasures. Krystal Warren is one of the most amazing vocalists and songwriters to ever come out of Kansas City. Thank you for supporting Midwest Music Foundation. And now, from outside Paris, here is the fabulous Krystal Warren. Thanks for watching.
Suddenly, with no warning, the leaf began to sway. As the wind tugged and tugged until the leaf, realizing that its resistance was in vain, fell from the branch and glided gently, gently, ever so gently, to the ground below my feet. Suddenly, with no warning, the leaf began to sway. As the wind tugged and tugged until the leaf, realizing that its resistance was in vain, fell from the branch and glided gently, gently, ever so gently, 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 oh, to the ground below my feet. Yeah. when it goes tits up and cars are abandoned, scattered on highways, doors are wide open, everything will be. The swell of the ocean abstains from the shore and keeps pulling back, exposing the body. Ooh, everything will, everything will be. Oh, now it's peaches, peaches and creamers. It's just the way it's been told today. People rise and fall to pieces, but that's the price for being free. The finger on the trigger can see the future. It always pulls back towards the past. Oh, and threatens to seize my constitution. So when it goes tits up and cars are abandoned, scattered on highways, doors are wide open. Oh, everything, everything will, everything, everything will be. La da 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 da, do 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 da da. See, the dark night has come down on us. The world is living in its dream. But now we know that we can wake up from this sleep and set out on the journey. Find the ship to take us all the way. The time has come to trust that guiding light, and leaving all the rest behind. We'll take the road that leads down to the other side, and set out on the journey. Find the ship to take us all the way, and we'll sail out on the water, and we'll feel the seas roll. Yeah, we'll meet out on the water, where our strangers are known. If you travel blindly, if you fall, the truth is there to set you free. And when your heart can see just one thing in this life, we'll set out on the journey. Find the ship to take us all the way, and we'll sail out on the water. Yes, we'll feel the seas roll, and we'll meet down on the water, where our strangers are. See, the dark night has come down on us. The world is living in its dream, yeah. But now we know that we can wake up from this sleep and set out on the journey. Find the ship to take us all the way, and the sail out on the water, and we see the seas roll, and we meet out on the water, where our strangers are.
Wow.
As usual, an amazing performance by Krystal Warren. And when we started working on this and put together a list of people we wanted, obviously she was on it. And I was so honored when she said, yes, she'd like to be part of it. And not only was she part of it, she put together musicians I believe some of them were in LA and she's in France, and I can't even imagine what it took to put all that together. Thank you so much, Krystle, for being part of this. And if you've never got to see Krystle live, and it is a treat. And one of my favorite sets of hers was at Old Californios, and 300 people in the room, sold out, packed show in that room, and her doing a cappella and just crushing souls. It's just such a beautiful voice. And I've been lucky to have her on my show on the 8160 on 90.9 The Bridge. And me and Sarah, my co-host, were sitting there in tears as we tried to watch her play. And such an amazing performer. Krystal Warren from here in Kansas City and now living over in Paris. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. And we're winding down. And we're hearing good things. It sounds like you guys like our masks and our t-shirts. So special, much love to all the people that have bought that merch, and so much love to everyone else who's thrown into the hat. And there's still time to do that. And we got one more act to go. Samantha Fish, another person that I couldn't believe we were able to get to do this. Thanks to our good friend and life spirit animal, John Hart, for helping track down Samantha Fish. She's going to be coming to us from New Orleans. And if you haven't been following her career, it's just blown up, man. She's sold out so many venues in Kansas City. But last year, she played the Jazz and Heritage Festival in New Orleans. And on one line was Sting, and on the line underneath her, on the line underneath that, it was Samantha Fish. But amazing things coming to you, and happy to have her here next. And to introduce her, we're going to have Frank Hicks from Knuckleheads kick it off. Anything else I should say, John?
Yeah, let's give a couple of shout outs too. I mean, again, you've seen the ticker going through the bottom of the screen all night, kcbandstogether.com/donate. That will take you to the website, the Midwest Music Foundation website. There you can use PayPal, you can use Venmo. There's a Facebook fundraiser. You could drop $1, $5, $10 into the bucket, whatever you feel compelled to do for the value that you feel that you're getting from this evening. I mean, if we were to put together a live show like this, it'd be a $30 ticket, maybe more, and
more for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So
put this together.
So maybe give some consideration to that. Like Chris said, kcbandstogether.com/donate. Also, kcbandstogether.com/merch. We've got the t-shirts, we've got the masks, all these sort of things to not only help you feel safe, but also to feel together and connected, because that's what we're doing tonight. We've had the pleasure of punching holes into the walls of many living rooms this evening and getting a glimpse of how these artists are surviving and more than that, thriving in this. But it takes, some of these folks need help, and that's the opportunity where you can come in.
So we'll be back after we hear from Sam. I also should say, Mark Manning, what a beautiful intro of Krystal Warren. Mark Manning gives the best introductions.
Sure.
But we'll see Frank and then Sam, and then we'll be back and tell you a little bit about where this project goes next, because we're not just done here with these 2 days. We got a special thing coming up next Friday night. Hopefully you can watch and tell your friends about it as well. So we'll be back in a minute.
Hello, Kansas City. Thanks for tuning in to the Midwest Music Foundation event tonight. You're in for a good surprise. It's going to be a great show. And I want to thank you for all your support for all these musicians. And we look forward to seeing you again soon, real soon. Tonight, I had the pleasure of being asked to introduce Samantha Fish. As you all know, she's played here since she was 16 years old. We love her, and everyone in Kansas City loves her. So thanks again for your support for Midwest Music Foundation. And please make welcome Samantha Fish.
Hey guys, my name is Samantha Fish. I live in New Orleans, Louisiana, originally from Kansas City. Today I'm going to sing you a song that I wrote called Need You More. Let's do it. Another bar, another hotel room. I thought maybe you'd be calling soon. These days fly by without you. Nothing's right, but nothing's wrong. my feet keep moving, but my mind's withdrawn. Painfully mistaken my big talk for the truth. And there's no one left for me to take it out on. I'll rattle it and spin down to the bottom. I pushed you out to the unknown. With traveled hearts ache to feel at home. Babe, I need you more than you ever know. I know that hopeful troubadour, he gave his all, but they needed more. I know the lonely ain't the lowest thing to be. So baptized by fire and compromise, I'm busy chasing my own high. Sometimes when I look in the mirror, it's still a long way out. And there's no one left for me to take it out on. I'll revel in the spin down to the bottom. I push you out to the unknown. But traveled hearts ache to feel it home. Never need you more than you ever know. Hey, 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 yeah. Travel hard, take to feel it all. But I need you more than you ever know. Hey, I need you more than you ever know. Baby, I need you more than you ever know. So here we go. Woo! Hey. I'm not the kind of company you're accustomed to. You got such a calmness that I can't break on through. Did everything you wanted me to make you stay. Every reason, Lord, it was just an excuse, you know. It was that perfect getaway. You gone, gone, gone at no business so low. Gone at no time, just gotta roll me on. Thank God you're gone for good. Oh, when the days are gonna blow on by, you're gonna think about me after some time. I swear I'm gonna show you how you lost your mind. It didn't matter not one rose in my wall. Where are those pictures hung? Now you're back on the run like nothing ever happened at all. It was my slow slip, it was my losing grip on my mind, sweet once upon a time. I guess it was just a dream I had every year. You're only mine. You're gone, 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 gone. Gone, I know this is so low. Gone, I know time is gotta roll me out. Thank God you're gone for good. Yeah. Gone, 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 gone. Gone, I know this is so low, so long now. Gone, I know time is gotta roll me out. Thank God you're gone for good. Yeah. Thank you. Stay safe, stay positive. See you guys soon. Take care.
How great was that? And
Wow.
how awesome is that Kansas City Royals guitar behind her? But
Exactly.
coming to us from New Orleans, Samantha Fish joining us for a couple songs there. Thanks for John. Thanks to John Hart for helping us secure that. And that's it. This is winding down. It's that 6 hours of music we've had for you over the last 2 nights. And it really did feel like a music festival across a few different genres, across a few different time zones and continents. And I can't believe we pulled it off, John.
It's drive it like you stole it, man.
This idea it's 3 weeks old and we're done. And it's crazy that in 3 weeks we got 20 great acts to come together and play, 20 great community leaders, including chasing down the mayor and Jason Sudeikis. And we got all these great sponsors and so many other sponsors you can check out on our website at KC Bands Together. We've got the merch, which y'all are loving. Thank you so much for that. And it doesn't stop here. That's what's really cool is this event's happened this past 2 days of 6 hours. And tomorrow, the painstaking part will be trying to take the 6 hours and combine it into a 1 hour television show that will air next Friday, May 22nd at 8 p.m. on KCPT. Thanks to Cliff and Carla over at the station for giving us that hour. Thanks to Truda for making it happen. And it'll air on the station, and it'll also air on 90.9 The Bridge as an hour-long radio program. And then in case you live out on Market and want to watch it, or you live out on Market and you want your friends to see it wherever you live, we're also going to put it up on Facebook for you. We'll be back on Midwest Music Foundation's page and maybe the Bridges page, and hopefully You Found Music's page as well. So the donations are still coming. The merch is still coming and going. So we don't have a total, but we're very happy where we are. And anything else that comes in is awesome. We really appreciate. And we couldn't have done it without our sponsors throwing so much money in the hat as well. And again, if we knew how to do it, we'd have a scroll with thank yous, but we don't. So here they come. John Hart, Truda, Michelle Bacon, the Bridge Social Team, Clarence, obviously all the musicians and all the introducers. Thank you so much. Cole Blaze, I said Cliff and Carla, John McGrath, Brad Austin, Sarge at You Found Music, Rhonda, Sandra, Amber at Midwest Music Foundation, David Snodgrass, our wives, Bill Brownlee, Don Saxton was one of our sponsors, Sean Pickett, another one of our sponsors, both attorneys, Leo Wetherill. I don't know you, Leo, but I'd like to meet you because your donation was massive and we greatly appreciate it. Todd Zimmer, he's been here photographing us. Justin Gardner, who was just here and he's filming a documentary, and we're going to be included in a documentary, which is cool. Steve Tulipana for sponsoring the back of my laptop. And a huge thank you to John Kay. He's the guy over my shoulder in a room behind glass, 20 feet from me. He tagged me in a post on Facebook, and here we are. and some inspiration from Bill Brownlee, and then we're here. And I can't say thank you enough, John. We've known each other for over 15 years now, and it's always great to get to work with you on a project. And so happy this did what it did. We're done, sort of. But thanks for hanging out with me.
And I want to give a quick shout out to Cello Vergara and my coworkers at Propaganda 3 for allowing us to take over the space for a couple of days, allowing us to rearrange a couple of offices. We are literally 20 feet, 30 feet apart, but you know, such is the times right now. And but thanks, Cello, for letting us take over and allowing us to do this sort of pirate radio idea and use some superpowers for good.
Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in, buying merch, sharing, everything like that. But I guess we sign off now. I've never signed off a TV show. Is that cool? Should we do that, John?
Let's just say, rather than sign off, let's just say until next time. How about that?
Until next time. Take care.
See you guys.